Hey everybody, welcome to the Swamp. I'm your host, Nicholas Brown, hitting y'all up, talking to you today about street harassment versus approaching women. Now, lately I've been seeing all over on YouTube and Facebook the whole, you know, are you okay sis movement and women making different videos and stuff like that, posting them on YouTube about street harassment. Like one of them was some females from a Comic-Con event, one of those comic book events somewhere in the country, and they were doing cosplay when people dressed up as their favorite cartoon character, anime character, favorite character or what have you, and guys harassing them in the wrong way, groping them, grabbing them, taking instruments and poking at them and stuff like that, just being vulgar. And in certain instances about street harassment that I heard about guys doing things like, exposing their private regions to the girls and stuff like that. It could be a young girl that's like 10, 12 years old walking down the street, some pervert jump out on her and stuff like that. Okay, in terms of street harassment, that I can understand. That's a scary situation. You're a young girl, a woman, you just trying to go about your day, and then all of the blue, somebody bothering you or harassing you or they following you. So that part of street harassment, that I can kind of see what they saying. That I can be like, nah, that's taking it overboard, brother. You need to chill. But in terms of like approaching women, some females, from what I've seen, they'll take something as simple as a guy saying, "Hi, how you doing? You look good today," or "You look pretty today." That's street harassment to them. And in my view, in my opinion, that's silly. That's just a guy giving you a compliment. I mean, he might not even be trying to talk to you like that. See what I'm saying? He might not even be trying to talk to you like that. But hey, what do I know? You know what I mean? Yeah, see, me in the past, I ain't gonna front. I used to try to talk to females, run up on them, holler at them or whatever, try to get their phone numbers. But I used to be nice about it. Like, excuse me, miss, how you doing? Excuse me, miss, yeah, you. And then I'll approach you, see how you doing, get your name, things of that information. If we click, if we vibe, okay, I'll get your number, and then we figure something out later on. If not, then you either let me down easy, or some of them, they might even lie and be like, oh, I got a man. They're like, oh, you got somebody? All right, my bad. Even if it ain't true, okay, cool. I'll leave you alone. I ain't gonna bug you. Just showing you the time of day. Caught my attention and I had to say something to you. That's just a man being attracted to a woman. We don't know your personality by just looking at you. Like maybe you could tell by like your mood or whatever, like, and things of that nature or whatever, but you can't just look at somebody and automatically assume how they're going to be, if they're a good person, bad person, if they're going to, if they're a drug addict. Well, you could probably tell if they're too far gone, but you don't know if that person's a kleptomaniac. You don't know if that person is a potential stalker. You have no idea if the person is a liar or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Habitual liar. You have no idea by looking at somebody, so of course our way of doing it is to approach you as a woman. Now, some guys, if they get turned down, I do admit they take it overboard. Be like, oh, forget you, F you, girl, or something like that, or whatever. Or that's why you ugly anyway, I'm like, I ain't gonna front. At times I used to be like that, but that was back in like high school days when I was younger, dumber, immature, ain't know much of anything. You know what I mean? But then as I got older, like when I hit around like 17, 18, and realized, I'm like, look, that's idiotic. Like I swear, like a year or so after doing silly stuff like that, I was like, you know what, that's stupid. She just said no, forget about it. I mean, even if some chicks were rude at times, I'll just shake it off, like, all right, whatever, it's cool. You know, you ain't have to be like that, but hey, it is what it is. All right, to those checking this out, you can hit me up at 347-850-8142. That's 347-850-8142. Chime in, give me your 2 cents. Tell me what you got to say. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you're feeling. You know what I mean? Like, what's your definition of street harassment? How do you see it? Things of that nature, you know? Because on the real, for real, they plan on trying to, like, from what I understand, like, the feminists who are pushing this whole, street harassment and a law has to be passed and stuff like that, I'm hoping that they don't define it as when a guy just simply just says hi to a woman and they consider that street harassment just because she don't feel like being bothered with that day. I mean, there's been days where I ain't feel like being bothered with, and I had a female that I was not attracted to flirt with me, but I either had to play dumb or let the girl down easy. And when you let a girl down easy, oh God, they worse than dudes, man. Some females, they're immature and they be like, well, I think he gay, or what you mean you don't like me? And they'll take that to heart or whatever, As with the guy, we got to suck it up and keep it moving, Because as guys, we're expected to go out and talk to a female. We're pretty much trained and programmed to do it like that. I mean, all my homeboys, we used to walk around trying to talk to females, holler at females in the malls and events, at parties and stuff like that. So, it's just natural for us to go out there and do that, because as a man, we're seen as hunters, so we have to go out there and make that move. We have to go out there and approach women and see what's going on with them, because like I stated before, I can't tell your personality from your push-up bra or what have you. So I have to go and approach you. I have to work on physical looks in order for me to jump on. For those who are listening, in case you want the number, is 347-850-8142. And the number again is 347-850-8142. Now, from what I understand, if they make this a law, street harassment, I'm pretty sure they're going to try to be harsh. Because Lord knows, man, from what I'm seeing, it's like they're gearing it toward brothers and Latinos that normally approach women. See what I'm saying? And, I mean, that's how I've seen it. The clips that I've been looking at or whatever, it's almost as if they're making it seem like it's a so-called minority thing, and the main reason why I say so-called minority, because on the planet we're not necessarily minority now, are we? There you go. Now, with that being said, from the campaigns that they've been pushing, it looks like it's just been toward minorities or whatever, even though I've seen other videos with females from other backgrounds explaining their incidents and stuff like that with street harassment. Yeah? And from what they said or whatever, it's a scary thing. Because I can only imagine, like one of the stories that I heard about from a female, this was back in the day, when I was in high school or whatever, a girl, she was tall too, she was like 6'1", 6'2", wide hips, she had a grown woman's body in high school, period, you know what I mean? And a guy pulled up on her beside her, and first he drove by her, she saw him, she ain't paid no mind, then she saw the car coming back around, so she figured, okay, maybe this guy's gonna try to talk to me, because women know when we plan on making a move. They see it before we see it, And the guy pulled up. She's thinking that he's gonna try to talk to her through, from the car seat or whatever. This guy literally had his penis out, waving it, waving it at her to show his appreciation of how she looked. You know what I mean? And it freaked her out. She ran away, crying, and scared the hell out of her. all because the guy thought she was a grown woman. And I mean, and even if she was a grown woman, it's still wrong. You ain't just roll up on somebody and do that. That's, I mean, a sick person does something like that. You see what I'm saying? It make no sense. Now with street harassment, somewhat, I was looking at another video the other day, and a guy he was talking to, it was a quick clip, like a 50-second clip, and the guy, he was talking to, I believe it was a white woman, sounded like a white woman, didn't really see her face, show her face or anything, but it was a black dude, a scruffy looking guy, who, they talking to her about something, and toward the end of their quick conversation, he was like, yo, you look very beautiful, very pretty, you fine as hell or something like that, right? And he wasn't rude about it. He wasn't too awkward with it or whatever. He was just giving her a compliment before walking away. And she was like, hold up, did you just say that? You didn't have to give me the compliment. You could have just asked for what you needed to ask for and keep going. You didn't have to do that. And the guy was like, oh, I'm sorry, man. He apologized for it, but it was harmless. It was a harmless exchange, and then toward the end, he gave her a compliment. Just that simple. The guy wasn't rude. He wasn't staring at her cleavage or anything, or made any comments about her sexually, overtly sexually. He just pretty much just gave her a compliment on how she looked, and she took it in the wrong way. And I was taking it overboard on her part, I was taking it overboard on her part. She was being kind of bitchy on that part. Yeah. For those who want to chime in, the number is 347-850-8142. It's 347-850-8142. Call up, give me your 2 cents, all right? Really need to hear you guys' opinion on street harassment. Like, what do you guys think about that? And do you think it'll get anywhere? Any legislation will get anywhere about that? Because if they make it a law, I mean, Tariq Nasheed's been talking about giving warnings like this for a long time. Saying that it is going to be the next thing coming around the corner. And lo and behold, it's starting to make its way around the corner. You know what I mean? And it's kind of scary because, if they get away with it, they go too far, it'll be all kinds of innocent dudes just getting locked up or fined, given fines just for being human. Just for being human. They're not going over the top. Some of these guys aren't going over the top or whatever, but, say that a female, she's in a bad mood, she doesn't feel like being talked to, her brother's like, you look lovely today, Miss Lady. She might flip out, call the police or something like that, all because she's angry. All because she ain't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? All right, I done gave my 1,000 cents on it as opposed to just 2 cents. Just going to wait up a little while longer to see who else has time to chime in, hear what they got to say about street harassment. Hoping some ladies come in and chime in and give me their thoughts on the situation. Because seriously, I really want to hear from a woman's standpoint. How do they feel about it? Because they're the ones that have to go through all this, Because I'm pretty sure in some instances, if it's a guy that they think is handsome, that they think is cute and they wouldn't mind talking to, and he's like, hey, Miss Lady, how you doing? You look great today. It might make their day because this is somebody who they deem handsome and might give them a chance. You see what I'm saying? But then again, we have some females where if it's a guy that they're not attracted to at all, or they're not in the mood for anything, they can use that against you in the court of law and everything, Just don't want to see any more men go to jail for anything foolish. And I'm wondering right now, does it work both ways? Like if it's a woman catcalling a guy, because you do have some women that are bold like that, that will approach a man. Does it work both ways? Like if he feels uncomfortable with some girl all up in his face trying to talk to him or whatever, and he really ain't feeling her, then what are you gonna do? Does it work both ways? That's another thing. You know, are you? I mean, will we then see any any campaign saying, "Are you okay, bro? You good, bro?" Campaign. I mean, you got "You okay, sis? Are you all good, bro?" You know what I mean? All right, those of y'all, I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Another 2 minutes maybe. 347-850-8142. If you guys wanna check out the archive, I'm definitely gonna post this on my YouTube channel. And before I get up out of here early, check out my book, Dragonflies in the Swamp. You can check all that out on the website down below in the descriptions box at www.pip, as in Gladys Knight of the Pips, P-I-P, N as in Nancy, pens as in I have two pens, Pipnpens at Pipnpens.com. And if you wish to email me to keep in touch, to ask any questions, to check out sample readings, I mean, you can check that out at the website. But if you want to keep in touch with me, you can hit me up at pipnpens@gmail.com. All right. So if you want to get the book, Dragonflies in the Swamp, you can go to www.pipnpens.com. And if you want to keep in touch, hit me up at pipnpens@gmail.com. All right, just going to give this a few more minutes. Oh, it looks like a number calling in. Hello? You're on the air.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Yo, it's good.
Not much. I was just going to pull the plug.
I know, sorry. Yeah, calling late. Good.
Yeah, my last segment, 2 people called in or what have you, but the same 2 people, they were supposed to hit me up this week, but I guess they got busy. And another person, like 4 of them, like one of them hit me up on Facebook, I'm at work, and another one is saying he just started school last week, so he can't call in. So it's cool. I caught everybody at a bad time.
Yeah. So what do you want to discuss? Do you have archive time?
Yeah, the topic today was about street harassment versus approaching women. Like, what exactly is street harassment? What level? What is and what's the line between street harassment and approaching women? And what experiences you as a woman has gone through that you would consider street harassment?
So you have archive time, right? So when it cuts off, I can still be speaking and it'll record and it'll go into your archives, right? Or just when it cuts off, it cuts off?
I believe I have archive time. Not too sure. But
all right, we'll find out. All right, so what's the question?
Okay, what do you consider street harassment? And with you as a woman, what street harassment have you faced that really had you shaking your head like, oh, that was scary,
Okay. Yeah. All right, so the difference between street harassment and, respective flirting or flirtation or whatever the case may be, like, the difference is the tone of voice. Like, that's a big part of it. The tone of voice, the words, the language that's being used, all that stuff. I mean, I got, like, 2 classic examples of, like, dudes going overboard with it. But it was actually quite funny and not really so much harassing because I'm a tall chick, so I'm pretty intimidating.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Wow.
Yes, I kind of ward off the real creepy people. But yeah, so the 2 times that I had dealt with the issues like that. One time I was going to the store, the 24-hour store across the street from my house. It was like 1 in the morning or something like that, and I was going over to get a snack or whatever. And this brother goes, it really wasn't street harassment, but it was just something funny. He goes, "Hey, yo, Shorty, like that Erykah Badu." I was like, okay. Like, just kept walking. First, there was so many things wrong with that. I didn't really know how to approach that one. It was like, are you calling me Erykah Badu because I have natural hair and you think that that's sexy and you think you're going to get my attention? Like, I don't understand what your whole point is, and I'm not short, so stop calling me shorty. So it was like a whole, like, plethora of things wrong with that scenario. But then the next scenario was the same situation going to the store. Maybe I shouldn't go to the store so late, is what I've learned.
Yeah,
but
guys will approach you at any time of the day, so you can keep going to the store.
No, but the creepy ones tend to be at this particular store really late. So there's one guy tried to holler at me at the store, and he thought it was going to he tried to lure me in by saying, that he needed directions.
Hold on real quick. Somebody's calling in.
All right.
Hello, 210.
Yeah, hello.
Hey.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm all right. Extra late, but it's last 3 minutes.
Late. Oh, I didn't even know. I'm sorry. I thought you had like an hour session. My bad.
No, it's okay. You can listen
stuff, man.
Yeah, all right. Just listen in. Let's let the sister finish what she was saying.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, cool. Nah, but the brother just thought he was going to lure me in by asking for fake directions, like he was lost. Then, or whatever, at the end of it, I just, like, ignored him, went in the store, and I came back out, and brother thought he was going to holler at me by letting me know appetizingly that he had trees if I wanted to smoke. So I was like, nah, I'm good. Kept it walking. Like, I mean, I think the biggest thing is the action. And then sometimes it's not even so much the words that are being said, because, like I said, the words that they said, they weren't so crazy. Like, nobody was, like, extremely disrespectful. But it was just the tone of it and the whole vibe of the situation. It was, like, not a respectful situation. So I think the big difference is, like, the tone, the language that's being used, and the whole methodology of approaching somebody. If you're going to approach somebody late at night, you should probably not try to use some corny-ass line like, "Hey, yo, shorty, I like your Erykah Badu," because it's weird.
No, he's just trying to catch you. Well, we got 90 seconds left. Brother, could you time in real fast about street harassment versus approaching a woman?
Street harassment, I've heard the term. And matter of fact, this is actually Lawrence from Facebook, and I don't know if you recognize me, but anyway, but yeah, just wanted to say about the street harassment thing. I think it's going a little bit too much overboard. I think a lot of times with the whole, I think guys do need to know how to approach women better, and I do agree with that. However, where it gets overboard is where you start passing these unnecessary legislations and laws. Bad enough, a lot of women will take advantage of it. Now, some women will go as far as to hit a man and then get mad when, a guy hits back and call it a domestic violence charge on him. With the laws already in most cases, the law is already in a woman's favor. I definitely think that it's something that really shouldn't be a legal issue. It's more of a social issue. It shouldn't be taken into law account. That's just my personal opinion on it.
All right. We're down to 15 seconds. Everybody shout out what it is that you do.
I'm Tay Queen from Gemini Creations, also from Etta Media, blogtalkradio.com/Etta Media. Holla at me. All right, cool. There you go.
Yeah, my name is Lawrence, also go by LG. I'm on Facebook, YouTube. Also do music production. And music vlogs again on my channel, Lawrence 2008-1987. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, I'm definitely going to set up a show next week. Catch it early. I only have like 30 minutes or what have you to get everything in, because until I can get my money up to get longer sessions or connect with the right people in order to get at least an hour-long show. But thank you for calling in, bro. Please keep in touch. Check out my archive. I'm going to post this on you. I'm going to edit this up, post it on YouTube, along with the last segment that I did where people called in early and we had a good conversation going, all right? So tell a friend, please share this and help me get the word out there, brother.
Will do.
All right, and for those who don't know, you can check out my book, Dragonflies in the Swamp, at www.pipnpens.com. That's P-I-P as in Gladys Knight and the Pips, N as in Nancy, pens as in I have two pens, pipnpens.com. All right, y'all have a blessed day. Pay attention to me on Facebook, Dragonflies in the Swamp page, King Nick Anthony. I'll holler at you. Peace.
Peace.